If you watch my last couple of videos, I've thrown little Easter eggs about the license plate that we saw on the 7th final edition from Speed Week. Over the last several months, I've been scratching my head about this 1FAST29 license plate and what it can mean. But what if I told you while I was watching the demon reveal, I saw this quarter-mile time pop up behind Tim Kuniskis, and then it hit me. Is Dodge telling us that on this license plate that the 7th final edition is a 9-second drag strip monster? And is it coming for the throat of the Tesla Model S Plaid? Let's find out.
Absolutely dominate on street and strip. And when you hit 140 miles an hour and cross that line, you know what you did, and the scoreboard shares your feet with the nearby world. 9.65 seconds.
So while I was making a video about the second teaser for the 7th edition, I was rewatching the demon reveal. And that quarter-mile time popped up, and it made me instantly think of that 1FAST29 license plate. What if Dodge is telling us that they made a car that would do the quarter mile in 9 seconds from the factory? A stock Tesla Model S Plaid can do the quarter mile in 9.23 seconds, while Dodge claimed the Demon can do it in 9.65 seconds. Now, of course, for the Demon, you had to do it on a well-prepped drag strip, and I remember at the time that none of the Demon owners could do it for a while until someone finally did it. But going back to that 1FAST29 license plate, it started to make me think how sometimes we play with words because we either can't fit it on the license plate or someone has a plate and then we need to change a letter of like from a 1 to an I, and then we use the letter H and we use the number 8 to make hate. Instead of using 4 letters, we use 2. So these are some of the ways I'm seeing that we can use for a license plate. So instead of 1FAST29, what if the plate means iFast29, or rather I'm fast to a 9-second quarter-mile time? Now I know that sounds like a tall task, especially if a stock all-wheel drive electric car like the Tesla Model S Plaid can only do a 9.25 quarter-mile time with 1,000 horsepower. But I think Dodge is going to accomplish this with 4 things: weight, tires, suspension, and adjustable boost. Now if you watch my last couple of videos about the teasers that Dodge put out, they actually hinted all 4 of these things in those 2 videos. But before I talk about those 4 things, let me play a clip from Jay Leno's garage, because a car this fast has been in the works since the Redeye has been released.
The Pro Stock NHRA cars, back when I was drag racing, ran in the high 8s.
Right.
Okay. Now today they, run 640s or whatever. Right. But high 8, that's what the car we're trying to get out there testing today is going to try to run.
Now the guy with Jay Leno is Steve Beam, and he has been with Dodge for over 3 decades. So Dodge for the last 5 years has been trying to make a high 8-second car. Now you might say, well, in this clip, he could have been talking about the Challenger drag pack, but that vehicle does a quarter-mile time in 7.5 seconds. And the only other drag-oriented car that's came out since the Demon is a Super Stock and the 1320 cars. And none of those cars can do a high 8-second quarter-mile time. So this video could be our first clue that the 7th edition was probably meant to come out sooner, but because of a pandemic and a corporate buyout, the 7th edition has probably set in the back burner for the last couple of years. But like I was talking about earlier, I think weight, tires, suspension, and adjustable boost is going to get this 7th edition to a 9-second quarter-mile time, since it is destined for the history books after all.
You counted 7 car covers, and I said, look for 6. That 7th car, right there, under the wraps, that car is destined for SEMA this year, and it is destined for the history books. If you doubt me, check the license plate, because I can guarantee you that's the clue.
So let's start with weight. Now the Demon weighs about 200 pounds less than the factory Hellcat through removing some things like seats, some noise vibration stuff, some speakers, smaller wheels. So we'll just say that the Demon weighs 4,300 pounds and that it has a better weight advantage against the Tesla Model S Plaid at 4,800 pounds. Now the 7th edition could shed some more weight since there are rumors floating around about carbon fiber wheels. So that will for sure help with less rotational mass on launches. But don't forget, Dodge did tell us they were getting carbon fiber panels from SpeedKore.
If you're looking for something really exotic and really super custom, we've also licensed direct connection with SpeedKore to create carbon fiber body parts for our current late model muscle cars. These panels are handcrafted, precise tolerances, just like the factory, built, formed, baked right here in the US. Super cool for our late model guys looking to shed a little weight and have something really custom. But let's say you want to get crazy, a little crazy. No, actually a lot crazy.
Now, SpeedKore has removed all the panels from their website, but if I were to look at the Anderson Composites website, we can see the massive weight savings that Dodge could throw at the Demon. So like I said earlier, the Demon is already 200 pounds lighter. Now you throw in a carbon fiber deck lid, you can extract another 17 pounds from stock, save about 2 pounds by swapping out a carbon fiber hood, about 76 pounds for going with carbon fiber doors, and save about 14 pounds for going on the roof. Now, I'm not going to go over all the weight savings, but you can see that Dodge can take a Demon and save an additional around 100 pounds by installing carbon fiber panels from the Direct Connection catalog, and even more if they go with carbon fiber wheels. And now let's go to tires. In the first teaser video, I pointed out on a Leprechaun that the vest is a tire tread. So maybe Dodge went and got a special tire made for the final edition to help with traction on the drag strip. Now, Dodge has done this before and went and got special tires made for the Demon, so why not get it done again? And while I'm on the subject of this particular video, I think Dodge is telling us that they are targeting the Tesla Model S Plaid in it. If you just look at the shirt that the Leprechaun is wearing, he's wearing a plaid shirt, and then we got electricity flying out of him. And looking at his eyes, they look more closely related to a Demon than they are to a cat. So I think these are clues that the Demon got taken out by an electric vehicle like Tesla, and that Dodge made an E85 monster in response. And then when you move to the second video, it doesn't look like that golden eye Leprechaun is wearing any plaid clothing. And now this is where I move into talking about the suspension. If you look at the shocks on the scales, this is where I point out in my other video, I think we're going to see some new shocks from Bilstein on this car. Now, Dodge had Bilstein make some adjustable shocks for the Demon, and we see on this teaser that we have a slightly bigger shock. I don't think the shocks will get longer, but the title of this video is Density Matters. So what if the new shocks have an updated drag tune to have a better weight transfer on launches? And this goes along with the theme that I presented in my last few videos, that I believe the 7th edition is a Demon with Demon parts installed on it. And guys who have Superstar orders, for example, they will have the closest version of this car. Dodge did not wow us with the other 6 special editions other than the Charger Super B that has drag suspension installed on it. So we already know for sure Dodge has been engineering a new suspension, or rather an updated version of 60-year-old technology from the Demon. And then moving over to the 7.1 pounds on the scale, this could be a sign of an adjustable boost controller. It makes sense to have the boost down low when you're staging, activate launch mode on the E85 tune, the suspension is going to start adjusting, you get a soft hit to get traction, and then the car throws extra boost as you're going down the runway for the next 3 seconds. Now, if you time the video, from the moment the scale starts to move at the 5-second mark, it only takes 3 seconds to get to the 7.1 pounds on the scale. In a 9-second pass, that will only be 1/3 of your time to go down a quarter-mile strip. We all know that these cars have a hard time hooking up since they are rear-wheel drive only. So a gradual release of boost as the car gains traction for the first few seconds is how I think they're going to get that faster 9-second quarter-mile time. As I showed with the clip earlier, Dodge has been wanting to make a sub 9-second production car for years, and it showed us the last 2 years how they will achieve that goal. First, it started with a Never Live promo video introducing stage kits. Adding stage kit 3 standard to the 7th edition will probably let the car qualify as a stock production car. And remember, at the end of that video, Dodge showed us that they wanted to make a drag version of a Challenger and a Charger that had Hellcat badges on it. And you can watch this video where I broke down the times on the boards for those 2 production cars. So I wouldn't be shocked if Dodge snuck in a Charger in Vegas for the history books too. I mean, they did make the Charger Super B with a drag suspension, so it's nothing to say they won't take a Hellcat version, put a Elephant in it, and then we can have a 900 horsepower Charger that's destined for the history books too, as being one of the fastest production sedans ever. And imagine if they put the actual drag suspension on that car and you can get a sedan that'll do a wheelie. Just saying. Then we move on to Speed Week and Dodge confirms carbon fiber panels. Then at SEMA, we get Elephants, and 2 of the Elephants are really just 6.2 engines slightly modified with a 3.0 liter blower. So this 7th edition has all the signs that it's just a direct connection parts car, and that would be great for all the rest of us who have Redeyes, Super Stocks, and Demons, because we should be able to get almost all the parts from this 7th edition installed by our power brokers, and we keep our factory warranties. I think this event in Vegas is going to be pretty good, and I'll make sure to cover it and the other teaser videos Dodge releases before then. But if you found this video helpful, leave this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Grab some Last Call merch on your way out, and until the next time, I'm out.